So have you noticed that the price of Bitcoin for the last week or so seems to kind of be steady, right? Stuck somewhere between $85,000 and $90,000. Well, funny enough, there's a very interesting reason for that. And also tomorrow, we're going to see the unraveling and find out probably which direction we go from here. Because if you don't already know, we're seeing something that's called a gamma pinning. And essentially, to break it down as easily as I possibly can, which is actually still kind of hard to do, what's happening is in the ETF market related to Bitcoin, okay, there is $23 billion of options that are set to expire tomorrow. So, what happens if you're a hedge fund, okay, and you're running these options, and all of a sudden, let's say that, bunch of people out there, millions of people are making this bet that the price of Bitcoin is going to go to above $90,000. Well, if the price were to actually get there as a market maker, now I'm having to pay out people super crazy amounts of money because they were right. And I let that price get to where it was. And I say I let them because as a market maker, right, I have the option to buy or sell the actual asset, in this case, Bitcoin, to drive the price up or down. And that's exactly what's happening. So as the price goes down to about $85,000, the market makers are stepping in and they're buying up more Bitcoin to push it up because they're afraid if it goes too low, too many people will make money and they will have to give out and dish out money for these option calls. On the flip side, if the price goes up to $90,000 and starts to get above, there's also a ton of people out there who think that the price is going to go above 90,000 and they will make a ton of money if it goes up above that number. And yet again, market makers are the ones who lose out, so they then sell the underlying asset Bitcoin to drive it back down. So you can kind of almost think of this like a wall that the hedge funds are putting up between $85,000 and $90,000 simply because they don't want to lose out on money, right? And if the price goes above or below, they will definitely start to do that. But what happens when those options expire? Because if you don't already know, options all have an expiration date, and $23 billion worth of those options expire this Friday or tomorrow. Well, what happens is all of a sudden those walls disappear because the hedge funds and market makers no longer care which direction it goes because everybody else already lost out. It's a moot point, right? So the price then can fluctuate either up or down as necessary, and oftentimes we see a lot of volatility and strong movements after these unpinnings. Now, we don't know which direction it's going to go for sure. Nothing is